I really wish I could say psych right now, but no psych. It is happening. What are we gonna do about it? You don't gotta like or subscribe. You don't have to do none of it. Let's get right to it. We got the haters, we got the normies, we got the D-riders, we got everybody. Let's actually get down to it, man. First of all, let me show you this, but wait for it. Relax. You're gonna get some rollers.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. Marvel's still in the middle of filming Avengers Doomsday and Spider-Man Brand New Day. And while all this is going on, like while things are getting crazier and crazier for their 2026, Josh Brolin just came out and said that he's been talking to the Russo brothers about coming back as Thanos for both Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. Now, he didn't differentiate if this was just going to be for Avengers Doomsday or Secret Wars, but I think based on the time...
Yo, W's in the chat or we dropping L's? What we thinking? Thanos coming back? Yo, you gotta be kidding me, man. What the hell?
Timeline, he's talking more about what they'd be doing during Secret Wars and them adapting some really iconic comic book panels from that. Because there are actually a number of bigger, canceled...
It's probably gonna be like the prequels or in a different universe or some trash like that, because there is no way, man. It's like Iron Man died for nothing. At that point, bring back Iron Man. I rather Iron Man comes back than Thanos, but nah, I guess they can't kill Iron Man for good, right? Damn it, man.
Thanos projects that Josh Brolin was supposed to come back for during Marvel Phase 4, in addition to some of the stuff that he did come back as Thanos for. Like, he's been back a couple times as Thanos since Avengers Endgame. If you're brand new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the videos. I think...
Let's actually get down to this one. So, yeah, Thanos coming back. What about this, Roland?
I'd said before that 2025 was going to go down as the make-or-break year, not just for Marvel and DC, but for superhero movies in general. The MCU desperately needed to get back on track after years of embarrassing flops and
Yo, what happened to Captain Marvel? Where's Captain Marvel at, man? Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel... Damn, man, the BBL gang, bro. I want the BBL Queen gang back.
Their performers, while James Gunn had the challenge of rebooting and relaunching the entire DC universe on film. On the Marvel front, things didn't get off to a great start, that's for sure. Brave New World turned out to be a bloated, chopped up, embarrassing mess that flopped harder than a fat influencer on a high diving boards. Thunderbolts
he went to the private school though.
Got a slightly better reception from fans, although fuck knows why, but still failed to make any impact at the...
For me, I would say I went to watch with my friends and I enjoyed my time. It was alright. It wasn't the best, it wasn't the worst though, right? You know, ever since Endgame, I feel like Marvel has gone, not I feel like it, objectively it has gone down. I'm talking statistically, right? It has gone down, which is just, I guess it was inevitable, right? But slowly but surely, I guess they're due for a comeback, and I guess that's what's maybe, hopefully gonna happen. Likely not on the scale of like Infinity War or Endgame. Perhaps that may happen. Perhaps it's gonna happen, but it's gonna happen like years down the road, right? Years down the line, if they start to come out with better and better movies. But Thunderbolt was alright. I mean, I wish Doctor Strange 2 was good. Doctor Strange 2 disappointed me big time. Huge fan of Doctor Strange. Like I enjoyed the first movie, right? In general, not because it's a Marvel movie. Of course, it's a Marvel movie. But Doctor Strange 2, Thor, what else? Spider-Man has been good, right? Spider-Man, I guess that's a safe move. So we're gonna have Spider-Man. Yeah, right, Marvel has gone downhill, but now, I guess, Thunderbolts looks like a fantastic movie. And what about Fantastic Four? I heard that was received well, so...
The box office. That left Fantastic Four to redeem a pretty disastrous year for the franchise. And well...
Oh, crap. 67%? Nah!
Fantastic Four is a fucking flop, just like all the other Marvel movies that have
I heard people liked it though. I haven't seen it yet, but I heard people enjoyed it though. What the hell?
Come out this year, which was interesting because it was actually pretty well received by fans and critics. Right. Damn man, even I enjoyed it and gave it a half-decent review. It had a reasonably good opening weekend and solid word of mouth, so why did it fall off harder than Rachel Zegler's career? Well, dear viewer, Dr. Drinker is here with a big old batch of truth pills. They're gonna be bitter and hard to swallow, but just like I tell Tatiana, you'd better swallow them and keep them down or it's another 3 days in the hole for you. So, like, you're gonna edit that out later, right? Okay, cool. Anyway, I think the failure of Fantastic Four has been pretty useful in some
Hashtag free Tatiana, man. Like, yo, bro, like, what the hell?
Ways, because it's dispelled a few myths that people have been clinging onto for way too long now. Myth number one is that Marvel is ever going to come back. That all it'll take is the right movie at the right time to catapult the franchise back to the glory days of the 2010s.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Well, here's a reality check for you. That is never gonna happen. Yeah, they might still get the occasional hit, and they'll always have a core fan.
Yeah, I mean, to get back to the numbers of Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, they would have to do a lot, right? Because the original, right? Like Thor, Iron Man. Iron Man's dead, like Gonzo, right? Thor, not really there either. Captain America, Dunzo as well. Yeah, right? Like, they got rid of the original, man. The fact that killing Iron Man was a bad move, though. I guess they wanted that hit, though. They wanted Endgame to feel more than what it... Yeah, right? Like, I get it, but at the same time, killing Iron Man was a mistake, because after that, every single... People didn't give a damn the way they did before that.
Fan base they can rely on, but the days of billion-dollar movies being practically normal are long gone, and they're not coming back. 500 million is rapidly becoming the number that most people are talking about, which would be fine if movie budgets actually reflected that reality. But with $200 or even $300 million on production alone still being standard practice, well, the numbers just don't add up, and no amount of positive spin is going to change that. So why the hell did this happen? Well, partly because Marvel is a damaged brand by now. Their fan base has gradually been driven away by half a decade of...
I think it's also because they've made so many TV shows. I've seen Loki, WandaVision, Loki season 1, right? I believe there's season 2. If there's season 3 out, I had never heard of that. Okay, but I heard season 2 is out. I haven't seen it yet. It's been out for a while, and there have been so many countless amount of TV shows that have been out. I haven't even seen She-Hulk. I heard people hated on it. Right, that's why I know it, bro. It's just crazy, right? I remember when like the trailer came out, people were hating on it. Like Twitter was going insane on it. Yeah, they've done so many TV shows, and the story has been all over the place. So, of course, man, people don't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Some of the D-Riders and hardcore fans are gonna be on it, but the normies, yeah, right? I guess the haters would be on it too, but the normies, yeah, you're gonna lose normies real quick, though. I would say I'm a normie in terms of Marvel as well. But I did enjoy, like, the original, like, Marvel movies, though, like, up until, like, Endgame. After that, bro, it was, like, a massive hit or miss. I even enjoyed Thor 2, bro. Oh, shit. You know, I hear all the time people say it wasn't that good, this, that, the other. I enjoyed even Thor 2, bro. Like, you feel what I'm saying? I feel like I'm the only one that enjoyed Thor 1, 2, and 3 and all that. Yeah, collectively, people did enjoy Thor 3, though. Thor 4 and yeah, bro, get out of here. Real quick, though, before we get down to the next part, I gotta shout out the homie Epic Gamer, Romeo, and Lauren for the $20 super thanks. Thank you guys so much for all the love and showing support and showing the channel the love. You guys gotta do none of it. You don't have to like, you don't have to subscribe, none of it, man. But those of you that do it, thank you so much. Let me send you some schmoochies. Alright, let's get back to the content here. Boo, roll it.
Mediocre movies and shitty TV shows, preachy and divisive identity politics, formulaic storytelling, dated humor, and sheer media oversaturation. They got too successful.
Plus CGI, too crazy amount of CGI. Even though Iron Man was also CGI, but it didn't felt, it felt raw and gritty though, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh, too complacent and too lazy, and they fell into the trap of thinking that they could just keep expanding forever.
Sheer hubris.
Just way too much.
Hubris.
It really is hard to miss something that never fucking goes away, and it's even harder to get excited about it when it's basically the same experience every single time, only with different coloured spandex. Even a good Marvel movie at this point is like middle-aged sex in a stale marriage, less about the excitement and novelty of exploring new possibilities, and more about going through a series of familiar steps to reach the same predictable outcome. Myth number 2 is that Pedro Pascal is a serious box office draw. Like, can we all just accept at this point that this guy isn't really gonna happen? And all the fun and media coverage and red carpet appearances in the world aren't gonna change that. Like so many other people, I've been trying to figure out why Hollywood's been pushing this increasingly insufferable, borderline creepy 50-year-old weirdo so hard, like he's this hot young talent taking the industry by storm, and by George, I think I've got it. For whatever reason, Disney have made him a cornerstone of...
It's kind of wild, right? Like, I feel like, and this is, in the last 5 years, I would say, the only 2 movies that I really enjoyed, that are new, I go back to the older movies too, but the main ones that I truly enjoyed is F1. F1 just came out, right? I watched F1, F1 was amazing, bro. Like shit, man. Like pure adrenaline, just raw story, cars, shit, man. I don't think there was CGI, but even if there was, bro, it didn't feel like, right? You feel what I'm saying? And what was that Tom Cruise movie? Not Mission Impossible. I did enjoy like both parts of the Mission Impossible, although the second part was something that people didn't, it was kind of mixed. But I guess we can all agree Mission Impossible Part 1, the latest one, right, was really good. So that was solid. But I'm talking about another one, Top Gun. Yeah, Top Gun Maverick. Top Gun Maverick, F1, honest to God, the realest movies like in the last 5 years, right, that were really good. Of course there were other movies too, but like these two were really solid. And Mission Impossible was Mission Impossible. I enjoyed both parts, no complaints there, but Mission Impossible Part 1 was obviously like the superior one in comparison. But F1, holy shit, bro, that what a movie it was, man. I watched that with my friend like 2-3 weeks ago at this point. Yeah, crazy good, man, crazy good. That I feel that, yeah, let me check. I googled that. Where is that? Yeah, here. Box office F1 the movie zooming past $560 million. So that like beat. I don't know if it beat. Okay, so almost as much as Superman. So Superman and I haven't seen Superman yet. I'm gonna be watching it soon. But Superman and this one came very close. Even I guess Fantastic Four came close. But I mean, Fantastic Four. It's Fantastic Four and it's Marvel. It should have been higher than that. I guess that is the point, and it underperformed in that way, right? In that aspect.
Of not one but two of their biggest franchises, Star Wars and Marvel. They've pinned a lot of their hopes on this guy. They desperately need him to be a star, so they've marshaled the entire Hollywood media machine behind him to try to make him a star. The problem is, well, he isn't, and he never really has been. He's a character actor at best, solid and talented for sure, but hardly spectacular, and gassed up way beyond his league by insane overexposure. He doesn't have the charisma, the magnetism, the screen presence, or even the looks to be a top-level draw, and he's too old to grow into the role now.
Damn.
50 is normally the point where most actors' careers start to...
Yeah, man, that was... I mean, the stuff that's coming out on the homie Pedro, I mean, it has been quite suspect though, right? Like him always like, you know what I'm saying, doing that, bro, like, yeah, I don't know, man.
Decline as middle age kicks in and the next generation of talent moves up to replace them. I don't really know why people expect his career to do the opposite, but somehow they do. Also, the meme of him being in fucking everything feels like it's evolved from a bit of
in everything, and by the looks of it, touching everyone's wife, bro. Pause. Allegedly, man.
Niche good-natured ribbon on social media to actual widespread irritation now, proving the point that familiarity really does breed contempt. Myth number 3 is that superhero fatigue is
Doctor Strange, bro. Like, honestly, I had high hopes for that movie, man. What a shit show that was, bro. Like, damn, man. Yeah.
Isn't a thing. Bad movie fatigue is.
And the homie Kang, man, the homie Kang, bro, just because of the rumors. I heard, I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard the rumors were proven false, right? But it was too late. They kicked him out. They kicked him out. They told him to go pound sand. So the homie Kang gone too, bro.
Really?
Nope, superhero fatigue is absolutely a thing, and it's about time people accepted that. Movie genres rise and fall like the sun. Nothing stays popular and relevant forever, and after a quarter of a century of domination, the sun is well and truly setting on superheroes now. And by that...
Shang-Chi was good. Shang-Chi was good. I remember that. So I believe that came out after Endgame. Could be wrong at this point. Yeah, I don't care the way I used to, but... Nah, Shang-Chi, I remember watching it, and it was good. Shang-Chi was good.
I don't mean they're ever going to die out and disappear completely. Just like the comics that inspired them, there's always going to be a core audience wanting more. What I mean is that general audiences, the people who bring in the bulk of the...
He went to the private school, everybody. Private school. Yo, the Eminem and... Yeah, bro. Every time I see him, I get reminded of that Eminem diss, bro. Man, that's the peak of his career, which is sad, right? Like, it shouldn't be. I mean, it's a joke, though. Like, homie killing it, I guess, in the Captain America, though, so.
The box office revenue have lost interest and moved on to other things now. Superheroes aren't cool or compelling anymore. Yeah, the decline in quality and the saturation of the market definitely speeded the process up, but the truth is, it was gonna happen eventually no matter what. Even James Gunn's Superman by James Gunn, the biggest and most iconic superhero of them all, is struggling to make much headway at the box office. The tentpole movie designed to kick off...
if you guys seen Superman, if you've seen it, what's your rating? Put it in the comments. I'm gonna be watching it hopefully very, very soon. One thing that I wanna, I guess the new actor is good and all that, but man, Henry Cavill, Man of Steel was honest to God like my favorite of all time, man. Yeah, and Man of Steel, I don't know like how people view it now, but I remember when it was like people didn't like it in the very beginning, right? I love that movie, bro. I've seen it like a couple of times already, and Man of Steel was amazing, bro. I loved, yeah, Henry Cavill. They were gonna bring him, but then they said no. Then they were like, okay, let's bring him. Then they said no, which is like, what the hell, man? Like, Henry Cavill was perfect for Superman, dog. But
a whole new cinematic universe, arguably a day late and $1 short, is currently sitting at 550 million a month after release. At this rate, it's gonna struggle to even hit 600 million. That's not just
okay, man. We talking about movies being like failure at 550. That is crazy, right? I guess the expectations are really high. But if y'all think 550 is bad, 550 million is bad, can a brother get like 2 million or something? You know what I'm saying? Like, can a brother get 2 pennies? Like the video if you want them. 2 pennies though.
just a disappointment. That's a fucking disaster. DC
Dang.
wheeled out the biggest gun in their arsenal for this one. See what I did there? And it barely made a dent. I mean, what kind of numbers do you think Supergirl or Clayface or Swamp Thing are gonna do if even fucking Superman can't draw big crowds? The harsh
Dang.
reality is that the cultural zeitgeist has shifted now. The audience has matured and changed.
I guess it's multitude of things, right? So many bad movies, so much politics involved. Yeah, right. So much politics involved, so many, I guess, superhero movie fatigue, that is also a factor. I wonder if it was Henry Cavill that was brought back as Superman. Maybe it could have been different. I don't know. Well, you know what? Congrats to the new actor. I heard like he done an amazing job, and yeah, absolutely, right? Absolutely. Nothing against the actor of this, but it's just as Superman I'm familiar with Henry Cavill, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I mean, I guess it's also like after COVID, people got used to watching shit at home, so there's that too. Yeah, I guess it's multitude of things, man. Audiences are also growing older, so tastes are, like, people taste change. That's also, I guess it's multitude of things. Movies have been, like, really bad in the last few years, so there's that aspect to it, too, so yeah.
And they've left superheroes behind. All those outlandish outfits and crazy powers that were so cool and revolutionary 10 years ago seem kind of lame and dated now. A cultural holdover from a previous generation, lingering beyond its time, struggling for relevance in a world that's moved on without it. So where do we go from here? What does the future hold for superhero flicks? Well, like I said earlier, there is still a way for superhero movies to carry on and turn a profit for the studios, but it has to be based on the understanding that the market is smaller and tougher now.
Yeah.
If 500 million is the best you can hope for at the box office, then you need to start slashing your budgets big time.
Let me show you
100
this.
million is where most superhero movies want to be sitting now, which means leaner and meaner productions, cutting down on expensive.
Yeah, I was gonna bring up the same thing for video games, right? For example, the Spider-Man 2 game, their budget was like 270, okay, so it cost around 30 million over the original 270 million. So yeah, 300 million, something like that, right? The budget for Spider-Man 2 was 300 million. I believe, I heard they also made like somewhere around like 500 million. Yeah, right, like the budgets are increasing not just for video games, but also for movies. Like, why? Like, what? Like, okay, no, I get it, like, with time, inflation, yeah, rising costs, yeah, like, better tech, and, you know, you want to do more, budget's gonna increase, but, like, we're seeing the budget increase, like, tenfold, but the quality is not increasing. I'm not talking resolution, not talking the 4Ks, but talking, like, the content value, the content value, that is not necessarily increasing, so what's up with that? Now, let's actually catch up on Moistcritical Gold and Moistcritical.
It sure looks like Marvel movies are pretty much falling off.
Shout out to the homie Asmongold, I was joking about.
I don't know if you guys have noticed this yourselves, but I certainly have. Marvel movies are really not doing very well at all. Here we go.
I had a piece of stubborn lip skin that I ripped off right before starting this recording, so my
It's right there, I can see it.
Bruh.
lip might bleed a little bit.
Yep.
Don't be concerned. That's just part of being 31 years old now. Even something as
Damn,
simple.
the oldest.
Oh my god, nah, I'm gonna be, by the time I'm filming this, I'm gonna be 29 on the 15th of August, bro. Sadly, sadly, yeah, pushing. I'm definitely the oldest one here, guys. Yeah, shit, man, I'm getting really, really old, guys. Damn it, man. Sadly, though.
As fuck.
Yeah, he old. He older than me, man. Damn, bro.
A little bit of chapped lip skin off is enough to have me bleeding profusely, it seems. But you know what else is bleeding? Marvel
34?
at the box
35.
office. Now, this is a conversation in cinema that happens more frequently than people debating whether or not Sam and Frodo were gay. So many people...
They're not gay. Absolutely not gay. I know the end of Return of the King. That's not gay. That's brotherhood. Okay.
That's
the
very
end of the
different.
game have talked about how
Yes.
Marvel is dead,
That's
and
brotherhood.
dying,
That's
and that
pause.
superhero fatigue had finally reached its molten core where everyone
Yes.
was done with MCU and how bad
Sure.
the quality was. But despite all of that hoopla, pretty much all of the MCU projects did decently well for the
All right.
most part. Like, even unanimously hated stinkers like Ant-Man Quantumania still generated, like...
I haven't seen Ant-Man, the latest one, bro. Where have the times gone, man? Yeah, I need to see that. I guess I'll watch it eventually. But yeah, again, after Endgame, bruh, they killed... The hype died down, man. It's just Spider-Man and I guess the next Avengers Doomsday that, yeah... I'll check out Fantastic Four probably, but the next one I need to see is Superman. F1, bro, like, that movie easy 10 for me, though. You know, subjectively. And I guess objectively, I guess easy 9 as well. Yeah, maybe even 10, bro. Like, F1, honest to God, one of the best movies I've seen in a long time. Prior to that, I would say, like, Mission Impossible Part 1. And I even enjoyed Mission Impossible Part 2, but it's just that I went with my friends and they didn't like Mission Impossible Part 2. Meanwhile, I was like, that's good, you know what I'm saying? But no, I enjoyed both, but if I had to pick one, I would say Part 1 for sure. Part 1 of Mission Impossible was just way better. Yeah, so Mission Impossible Part 1, and before that, I would say Top Gun Maverick. These are, yeah, easy 3, like easy W's, easily the best movies recently. But other than that, I don't know, man. In terms of the TV show, I finished watching like all the seasons of The Boys. I loved it. So the Boys show, 10, easy 10 for me. So yeah, the shows have been like really solid. But that's not Marvel, right? So that's kind of like in general.
like $500 million. But the quality did significantly. Ant-Man Quantumania still generated like $500 million. But the quality did significantly decline, and a lot of people were getting tired of it. And so
well, this is what happens. So this is the same thing that happened with WoW. Is that, like, for example, I think that WoW expansions kind of went downhill with Warlords of Draenor. Actually, like, really with BFA. And so, but like, you didn't really see that happen until Dragonflight. Like, Shadowlands was a shitty expansion for all intents and purposes, but it didn't really matter because people were going off of the high of Legion, or they were going off of the high of original WoW. But what happens is whenever a company makes a bad decision with a product, you don't oftentimes see that decision really represented in the next product, but you see it represented in the next 3 products. And you see this with like PoE leagues, for example, is that if you have a bad league come out, the next league, even if it's really good, will be weaker because of that previous bad league. And I think that's what's happened with Marvel movies, is that now they created so much goodwill capital, and they've spent so much of it post-Endgame, that at this point, there's no nostalgia left to capitalize on.
Dang, yeah.
Did actually not do well like the Marvels. But on the whole, the MCU was still fine in the box office, but it was showing signs of weakness.
Same with Star Wars,
now, they've released 2 decent movies back-to-back,
The
Thunderbolts
Thunderbolts,
and Fantastic Four. But they're not exactly doing the billion-dollar nut-busting that the MCU was known for.
Yeah, I guess it's gonna take some time. If they continue to drop like good stuff, I guess eventually they're gonna get back to, I don't know if they're gonna hit the same high of Endgame or not. I guess that's gonna be very, very hard to do. But if they keep on dropping bangers after bangers, then eventually I guess they're gonna make a comeback.
For Fantastic Four
How big?
is
I don't know.
experiencing a 80% drop from its debut.
Oh my god, 80% drop. Oh shit. Okay, 80%. I don't know if they're gonna make a comeback, guys. I'm sorry. But no, they made 500 million over like how many? 200 some 300 million. So they turned a profit at least with that movie. But I guess they were hoping for more, right? They were hoping for more.
So going into its second
Holy
week here,
shit.
it has declined significantly.
80%.
It had a great start, and it had incredibly strong word of mouth.
My
it doesn't
God.
seem like that's translating to asses and seats. And
It's just that people are I think that it's not really superhero fatigue, because the Superman movie immediately proves that not to be true, right? The Superman movie was a massive success. So I don't think it's Pedro Pascal fatigue either, because he's not in every single movie.
Critical Drinker would disagree. I guess we just saw his video, right? But no, Superman also did amazing too, but...
Every single Marvel movie. It's woke fatigue? No, I think that people are just tired of the MCU. And this is kind of what happened again with WoW.
It's multitude of things, right? Woke, fatigue, probably not Pedro, right? But yeah, woke, fatigue, MCU, and in general, right? It's multitude of things. But did you see this one, though? Yo, if you have not seen this video, bruh, like, check it out, and I'll see you right there, because the stuff that is coming out about the UFOs and aliens, and the disclosure that's happening, yeah, it's quite wild, man. Check it out. I guess we're having MCU in real life, and I'll see you right there. Check it out, man.